me continue on the reading. Okay, so the solar plexus is activated, and so this divine feminine is going to be an alchemist over here, right? She's going to make sure, he's going to make sure that they repel whatever candle magic is being thrown over here, because as a divine being, you know that you're being attacked regularly from all angles, right? Now, this brokenhearted energy believes that this divine feminine or masculine is passive or docile. Oh, rude awakening. Rude awakening. Because just as easily as this karmic energy has fallen from grace and has sat there and resided there and now is a karmic because they fell from grace and no longer wanted to climb back up the ladder. A lot of people don't realize that you can fall from something, but you can also get up. If you fall and then just say that that is your excuse for never reaching the top, you are just a fallen failure, because your legs and arms, if they had any mobility, would just get up and try again to get to that success at the top, instead of speaking on how you didn't make it there. But those that are okay with defeat speak about how they didn't make it there, and that be the end all be all. We're going to leave that alone, and that's why we're leaving the fall of grace over here, because our divine feminine and masculine, that's not what they do. If you fall, you rise back up, and that would be given by the cards that are around it. So I'm getting that this karmic might be a feminine energy, right? Because a lot of this sociopathic, psychotic, codependent behavior is due to PMS. Yes, that time of the month, sis. Yeah, it's really hard to regulate emotions generally throughout the year with all the issues in today's time, but doing it on top of having a hormone imbalance, you attacking an earth angel here is not how we do that. No, not at all. So I guess with this PMS energy, someone is telling this karmic to shush. Okay, and letting them know that they're excessively needy and they need to give it a break because they're doing too much nagging. And that's what this karmic is doing. But then you have this earth angel, which I think is planting seeds, right? And I'm not getting a sexual sense out of this at all. I'm thinking more so giving nodes of information that could blossom into something greater later. That's what I'm getting from the planting seeds, and that's what the earth angel's doing. So maybe there's this one individual that's dealing with two energies. So I don't know if this individual is karmic or not karmic at this point. We just know that there's one solid individual that would be in the middle here. Probably one of these names. You probably got an issue with Christianity or what this is, but definitely needs some healing. And then there's two different parties. There's a divine party and then a karmic party, right? And so, here we go. Karmic relationship. And we're going to definitely put it over here because we already said that was the karmic. Amazing. Freaking amazing. And I guess with all this PMS energy, they're slumped, knocked out, or someone wants to knock them out because it's just too much to deal with. All the hormone imbalance, right? And then on top of that, it might be a lot to deal with how explicit it can get, because I guess hormones, they can cause a rage at times, and maybe what is said in the rage is hitting below the belt, or maybe this person who is PMSing doesn't have the best hygiene during this time. Oh, I'm seeing that both are correct. Okay, so just make sure that you just be aware of those things. Yeah. Something about a living room and a garage tool shed. So now with the living room, if we think about the symbolic sense, it's about bringing a family together where you are structuring the style of how a person is supposed to be, right? You have the family room, which is very similar. You have the same group of people together for a very similar thing, which is structuring how they're supposed to act in a family. You get what I'm saying? Family room, act in a family, act in a community sense, a networking sense. But then you have where it is the community teaching you how to live for self, how to live for self within the community. I can give a good example. So like with the family room, one thing would be, so someone's talking about birthday celebrations. Well, this is how we culturally, traditionally do it in the family. So that's what we would speak on in the family room. But if we were to go into the living room, we would talk about how you would want your individual birthday celebrated this year, even though we have our own traditions within the family. Okay, maybe I need to describe that a little bit more. In the living room, that's what it is. You're connecting what you want individually. For example, the birthday, what you want to happen for your individual birthday, and then also combining that with the cultural traditions of a birthday. That's the difference between a living room and a family room, okay? So one is for the self, while also being a part of the whole, and the other is, what does the whole need to be a part of the even more collective whole, the grander whole, okay? So that's what we have for a living room. So understand how you need to be in society, but not forgetting where you came from, type of thing, okay? And I'm going to say that this needs to, just how it is, it needs to go between both of them, because this living room is probably what's going to be the balance between these extreme energies that this party is dealing with, okay? And then we have the garage and tool shed. Now, I know that I'm in the process of cleaning the garage currently, so that's the only thing I really see when I see this thing. Go clean your garage, okay? So clean it in the physical sense, but it also can mean in the theoretical sense. There's a lot of stuff you have stored down there, and you need to unpack it. Okay, and I'm going to leave that with the dirty, explicit energy, because if we're going to clean something, obviously it has to be dirty. But then also, if this karmic and their hormones and everything is really sending them into a psychotic, sociopathic rage, at this point, there's a lot of things that are from the past. Everything's the past, but from the distant past, from the foundational past that is unhealed. And I would say your childhood self, but it could be your baby self, and you just don't even remember really what happened. You just know that you weren't able to cry it out. So your whole life you want to cry it out. Okay, that's fine, but at some point you got to accept that you got to unpack all this stuff from your baby era, so you can see the pictures where you weren't able to cry like you needed to cry. Okay, and then you can come to terms with, oh, that's why you do it now. Are there better coping mechanisms? Awareness is really the key to perpetuating any growth, okay? So just know that. All right, so then let's continue on. So we have meal prep. Now, meal prep, that can mean someone's physically making a meal. Someone needs to physically make a meal. Both of them someone needs to eat. PMS need to eat because she's PMSing. And that's why we're going to say she. And then we're going to say she too, a feminine. Because if there's bi energy, we can say this is a male too, a masculine. We have a masculine divine. Oh, no. Okay, so there's two feminines here. All right, we could just ask you, right? So we have two feminine energies here. So maybe both of them need a meal prep. Both of them need to eat. Or maybe, because what I saw when I looked at this, oh my gosh, this is just, okay, I got to share this. I saw meal with like a creepy smile, prep divine. That's what I saw. So I don't know if this individual is trying to make some food for the divine and try to off them because they're PMSing, or if they're preparing a full course meal, quote unquote, whatever negativity, whatever candle magic, they're preparing candle magic for the divine energy that's here, even though it says dinner. So that's amazing. But evidence is needed. Evidence is needed to corroborate the fact that someone is plotting. This karmic energy is plotting on the divine. Right now, there's nothing suggesting it outside of all these terrible things that are quote unquote happening. And for some reason, that is just presumptuous, because then we have bad, cruel joke that is right after. So it's like evidence is needed because the karmic wants the divine, and I keep saying divine, but the karmic wants the the divine feminine to I don't know, to be a part of some bad, cruel joke, to be the joke, to be a joke. But there's some evidence needed. I know they know they're plotting. And it says stay away. So it's like, does one feminine want the other feminine to stay away? Because it's on this side. As if this person is saying it, screaming it, but then the arrow is pointing down as if it's a joke. But then we all know it's not a joke, because then it would be in reverse saying lighthearted joke, and that is just okay. Well, it's for comic relief. Here, there's a lot of negativity, anger, meanness, maybe a little bit of truth, but like tragic truth in the jokes. And this is happening around Juneteenth. Just for some background, the premise of Juneteenth begins June 17th, when I believe the signage was in preparation to happen, but the 19th is when the declaration happened. So Juneteenth technically should be celebrated between 17th and the 19th. So it's not one day, it's 3 days. But they celebrated on the 19th. So just think of 17th to the 19th, that time frame. So either something major happened, and whatever major happened is the reason why this karmic is having a problem with this divine. And remember, we have one of these names, somebody in the midst of this. And all these names, we don't know if they're karmic, and we don't know if they're divine. They are right now in limbo. So either you can choose the divine side, or you can choose the karmic side. Because right now, it's a cruel joke. Evidence is needed. Meal prep, you prepping something, someone's prepping someone's demise, like all of that. So something happened around Juneteenth, and we're gonna label that up there. And I'm gonna put the meal prep over here, because we just want to highlight that those are not one and the same. Okay. All right. So then we have instant death. Oh, here. Okay. Meal prep, Guatemalan. Okay. So someone's meal prepping some food, some Colombian, Guatemalan food. Wow. Because they're PMSing and they're trying to poison someone? Wow. Are they trying? Okay, so is the karmic trying to poison the divine? No, the karmic is trying to poison the person in the middle. Okay, and then the divine's just over here being divine. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. And average or normal, we talking about height? No, are we talking about intellectualism? Education. We'll talk about education. So average education. I guess we'll put that in the middle with the cruel bad jokes. Okay, no, we won't. We'll put that on the karmic side. Excuse all the divines that, I technically threw on the bus at that moment. I apologize. So this baldy or a shiner is masculine energy. Yes. And it's the karmic side. Okay, so this karmic energy, we said, is a feminine energy, but okay. There's a divine feminine energy, and there's a divine there's a divine feminine energy, and then there's a karmic feminine energy. What I'm gauging is these could either be male or female. So up until this point, we were really talking about female karmic, but now we're moving to a male karmic. Okay? And I believe we're still with a female divine feminine. Okay? And the female divine feminine, their root chakra is activated. So there's something about this divine masculine. I mean, I keep saying divine masculine. He wants to be a divine masculine. That's what it is. This Baldy really wants to be a divine masculine. That's the facade that they're putting on. But unfortunately, their actions prove sickly, right? To themselves and to other people that they're around. Now, I believe that this sickly is being projected onto the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy, by both the karmic masculine and the karmic feminine. That's what I'm getting. So whatever meal prep, whatever candle magic, all this stuff is to cause the person in the middle and or the divine feminine to be sickly. Just to clarify one more time. If we're speaking about a karmic feminine, she's trying to make the person in the middle sick. If we're speaking on a divine, not a divine. You see, he really wants to be divine. If we're speaking on a karmic masculine, he wants the divine feminine to be sick. Okay, so we're going to have to, you see, like the story is convoluted. It really is. So natural black hair would be the divine side. And the reason why is because the black hair, I saw it, but when I first dropped the cards, natural just kept sticking out to me. So it just shows how the divine doesn't have to try so much to be divine. Whereas on this side, just like the karmic individual, I keep wanting to say divine, because they're not going to let me call them karmic, because they can't even see that they're karmic. They don't want to see that for themselves. And then we have a haircut or fade, which I think is the cruel joke here because apparently the person is bald. So I just think that's a joke, right? Yeah. Or that could be also a descriptor card for maybe someone in the middle. Someone just got a haircut and a fade. I'm looking at Josh. Hey, Josh, you just got a haircut? Okay, you got some color contacts? Got some color contacts? No? What color? There's something happened on Tuesday night. So just know that whatever's transpiring right now, if you don't want to be sickly, and you know something that's happened around, or you know somebody that you met around this date or whatever the case is, and they're in cahoots with 2 or more individuals, and you know one's karmic, best believe that karmic is trying to murder somebody, is trying to poison someone, do something. Why? Because they're either a pedophile rapist, a bigot, or racist, and they want to have a celebration at somebody's funeral service, okay? Where the police will be called on someone with straight fine hair. Oh no. Super repulsive of this individual because they're undergoing a process of death. Oh my gosh. What? Self-care. Self-care is necessary. Family room. See, we were talking about family room before. Self-care is necessary. So yes, you need to focus on yourself, but then you need to also focus on what would be ideal for the family unit that is supposed to project what you're all about into the world, okay? And just know that a huge tower moment is happening, okay? Because you royalty, baby, and we done. You choosing royalty, let the tower moment happen. So the karmic could get caught up, call the police, celebration, everybody's going to be happy. Sometimes the karmic just needs to be put down. I mean, put away. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Don't quote me. All right. TAKful Creator here. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, ancestors, Creator, and archangels, and all the other light beings that were here. Extraterrestrial life, too. All right. So, on to the next.